So next we come to the concept of abstract classes and pure virtual functions. So sometimes you want to create a class. Suppose you want to create a class called vehicle. Okay, and this vehicle class has some interfaces means it has some functions, but the how those functions actually work, that is not defined. Okay, so we have only created the interface, we have not created the function body. For example, this vehicle class can have a function called void change gear. Okay, so we just want to mention that there must be a gear change option in a vehicle. Similarly, it should have a function called accelerate. Okay, so this is just a mentioning of the functionality. Okay, so we want to mention that the vehicle should also have the capability to accelerate and de-accelerate. Okay, and similarly, void brake, so it must have some functionality for the braking system, and void steering. Okay, so the vehicle must have some functionality for the steering. Okay, so this is a we can say this is a template. Okay, but from this vehicle we derive some classes. Suppose we derive a class car and we derive a class truck. Okay, so car and truck, they will redefine these interfaces, they will redefine these functions according to the car or according to the truck. Okay, so what we want that vehicle is just a reference. Vehicle just tells that what should be there inside a vehicle, what functionalities should be there inside a vehicle. It does not tell how those functionalities will actually work. It depends on the car, it depends on the truck, it depends on the type of the vehicle, how these things actually work. Okay, so this is up to the derived classes how to implement these things. So we want that vehicle should not be instantiated. Okay, it should not be instantiated. It means no objects of vehicle should be created. Okay, so it should be an error if we create an object of class vehicle. Okay, so then we also want that car and truck, they should redefine these functions. Okay, so it should be compulsory for the classes which we are deriving from the vehicle class to implement these interfaces. They must provide a functionality for these interfaces. Okay, so how can we accomplish this? It can be accomplished with the help of abstract classes and pure virtual functions. A class which is just a template, which is just a reference for other classes to derive from, that class is called an abstract class. Okay, so how can we create an abstract class? Abstract class is created using pure virtual functions. So if an abstract class contains at least one pure virtual function, that class is called an abstract class. and if there is an abstract class, we cannot instantiate that class. We cannot create objects of that class. But what is a pure virtual function? How to create a pure virtual function? A pure virtual function is a do-nothing function. These are do-nothing functions. They are just the interfaces, as I told you. And how to make a function pure virtual function? This is done by writing the function prototype. Suppose it is void change gear. This is the prototype, and after the prototype we write this expression equal to 0 and put the semicolon. So it means that this is a pure virtual function. Pure virtual function is a do nothing function, so it has no body, it has no definition. Okay, so if a class contains at least one pure virtual function, that class becomes an abstract class, and that class cannot be instantiated, right? So whenever we will never want to instantiate objects of a base class, we call it an abstract class. Such a class exists only to act as a parent of derived classes that will be used to instantiate objects. So this vehicle class is only acting as the parent of car and truck classes, and car and truck classes will be instantiated, not the vehicle class, right? A class can be made abstract by placing at least one pure virtual function in the base class. So this base class contains four functions. If I make even one of them as pure virtual function, then this class becomes the abstract class, right? So as I already told you, this is done by writing this expression to the function declaration. Okay, and before moving forward, let us erase the ink. So once you have placed a pure virtual function in the base class, you must override it in all the derived classes from which you want to instantiate objects. So in the beginning, as I told you, that you want that no object of class vehicle should be created, plus you also want that all the functions must be redefined in the base class. So if the vehicle class becomes an abstract class, then no object of this class will be created, and it is also compulsory for the derived classes to redefine the functions which are there in the abstract class. If a class does not override the pure virtual function, then that class also becomes an abstract class, right? So from vehicle you are deriving car and truck. Suppose car overrides all the functions which are there in the vehicle class, then you can create objects of class car. But in truck, you do not override the pure virtual functions which are there in the vehicle class. Then truck class also becomes an abstract class. Okay, and but even if truck becomes an abstract class, still you can derive other classes from truck class, right? So for consistency, you may want to make all the virtual functions in the base class pure. Okay, so although an abstract class, a class becomes an abstract class only if you make at least one of the virtual function a pure virtual function, but it looks nice if you make all those functions which are there in the base class, in the class abstract class, to be pure virtual functions. Okay, so it brings consistency, otherwise it makes no difference, right? Although you cannot create objects from an abstract class, you can create pointers and references to an abstract class. Okay, so you have vehicle class, you can of course create a pointer to vehicle class, but you cannot create a object of vehicle class. This is not allowed, but this can be done, right? So this allows abstract classes to support runtime polymorphism, which relies upon base class pointers and references to select the proper virtual functions. Why is it allowed? This is allowed to achieve the runtime polymorphism, because runtime polymorphism is possible only through the pointers and references. It is not possible through normal function calls. Okay, so let us see an example of pure virtual functions and abstract classes.